Hey guys, and welcome back once again to the Fergie Way with me, Teach FM. We are on episode 41 now, or season 2, episode 21, whichever way you want to view it, really. And yeah, the eagle-eyed amongst you will see that I'm still wearing the same stuff I was wearing in yesterday's episode. That's because I filmed that about 25 minutes ago. We've got the PSG game, couldn't really wait, wanted to play it, but there has been some developments with the squad, and not great ones. So before we get into the not necessarily good news, guys, we did, of course, have Newcastle to play. We'll just take a look how that went. Now, the game played out to be a relatively easy game, I'll be honest. Rashford grabbing himself a couple of goals, putting himself in contention to start against PSG. But the issue comes around the injuries. It was quite a tough battle. You can see the yellow cards were flying around for both teams. They did manage to get Danny Ings injured, and we got both Angel Gomez and Zlatan Ibrahimovic injured. So we'll start with the Gomez injury. Now, as you know, Gomez is that young lad who I've been trying to bring up. He is out now for 6 or 7 weeks with strained knee ligaments. End of his season, which is a little bit of a shame because he maybe wouldn't have necessarily featured. But we've got Stoke, you see, in the FA Cup final, so it would have been great to maybe give him a few minutes. But unluckily for him, the lad's going to miss out. We'll take a look at him. He's doing quite well. I mean, we've got to bear in mind he's 17 years old. But he's a younger player that I've really got belief will come good. I mean, potential ability of a guaranteed 4-star, possibly even 5-star. Just a shame that he's not quite made it to the end of the season. In other news, a 36-year-old Zlatan Ibrahimovic has damaged his Achilles tendon. 4 to 5 months out. Not great at his age, and the biggest issue here comes around the fact that a couple of sections later in the news, Manchester United rocked by Ibrahimovic quit rumours. Ibrahimovic feels the problem, even when healed, may no longer allow him to cope with the rigours of the modern game. So, as a United fan, and I'll be honest, a bit of a man crush going on Zlatan for many a year. I mean, the guy is still a living legend. He's done so much. One of those players who you never really thought would come and play for your club. As you know, I jumped out, signed him on a brand new 2-year contract when he left his agent earlier on in the season because I just wanted to keep the old head at the club as long as possible. Great for the younger guys, but I don't know how I feel because he's not performed well in the second half of the season. He's not been great. He's been performing okay. I've made that sound worse than it is. It's not really the case. He's performed pretty well, but not really been getting the goals. And when we look at the likes of the fact that we've got £195 million and the likes of world-class Dybala kicking round, maybe there's like the old silver lining in the cloud. I mean, I don't want him to retire. If he sticks around, he'll get games. He's good enough to fit into the team. But the question is, will he? Nothing else been said yet. We don't know. But I don't know. So enough with the doom and gloom. In other more uplifting news, shall we say, we have had a total of 32 matches won in the Premier League, which is a new record. We've got more news items here as well that were pretty good, if I remember rightly. It's Player of the Month. So, Young Player of the Month, Fosun Mensah, happy days. Lad played 4 games with a 7.57 rating. So, yeah, good to see him because he's one of the players who's sort of almost pretty much now a first-team player, which is great for him. So, it's good to see him getting awarded for his achievements. And, of course, we did pick up Manager of the Month. Unsurprisingly slow, so we did pick up the loss against Liverpool in the run, but nonetheless, pleased with that. I'm hoping we're going to get Manager of the Year as well, having picked up the Premier League while breaking records. We're currently sat around about 99 points, which is good. So we're going to break 100 points in the Premier League with nobody near us. The gap between first and second is going to be huge, but we'll see that when the season closes in. So there's not a right lot left to be said, guys. It is time for the live com, which we will play on extended highlights day on the hope that we would see a little bit more of the game than in the last episode. And it's going to be a big one. I'll see you on match day. Crunch time. We are in the Champions League semi-final second leg against Paris Saint-Germain. We do, of course, hold a slender 1-goal advantage. However, if we can grab an early one, that is going to pile the pressure on the Parisians. As you can see, the press are favouriting us. We are favoured by the bookies as well, with Cavani their key man, Pogba our key man, and let's see how we've lined up today. But needless to say, I've gone for a strong team. So we start with the home team as usual, guys, and it is, of course, PSG, with Sirigu in goal and Shaw, Silva, De Verge and Aurier at the back. They have Matuidi and Verratti in the middle as they did in the last game, and then they've lined up the same up top with Mkhitaryan, Pastore, Salah and Cavani. That gives them, well, I wouldn't say it was an impotent attack. They didn't really come at us at Old Trafford. We are on their home turf though, maybe they're going to give us a little bit more of a going over, but I have confidence in our defence because it has been solid this year. I mean, like rock solid. So here's our team, and as I say, we've gone for the strong one. We have De Gea in the sticks, Alaba, Bailly, Smalling and Sidibe at the back, with Pogba playing the advanced playmaker, Schneiderlin as the defensive midfielder, and Fosu-Mensah on the support role. Juan Mata, who's had a terrific season playing in the trequartista role. Then we have Rashford, based on the fact that he scored 2 goals in the last game. And, of course, we've got an injured Zlatan Ibrahimovic playing a complete forward role, with Memphis Depay playing up top, who has, of course, been in some cracking form at the back end of the year. So we'll move into Roy Keane now and see what he has to say. Now, the surprise here is when we played now he's decided himself that he wants to hard tackle Henrik Mkhitaryan, which is great. We did that ourselves in the last game, and Luke Shaw, but he never said that. We played at Old Trafford. He was like, nah, just hard tackle one of them. We'll be fine. So just a bit of an interesting observation, really. Maybe Roy's learning off me, as you'd hope, being the assistant manager. But with all this success, another thing that I've not really thought about is maybe someone's going to come and try and poach Roy soon, because obviously he's managed before. But yeah, just an interesting one. We'll move on to the team talk, guys. Not going to tell them they've got a point to prove. We're going to tell them to do it for the fans. Jesus Christ. Always happens in big games, you notice this. I say do it for the fans and then... Right, so we are going to tell them that we've got faith. It's going to give us greens. It's a bit naughty giving them the greens. I thought SI might have fixed that over the years because it's almost like... Always makes them look happy. You'd have thought by now they'd have cottoned onto it. But nonetheless, we're running in with pretty much superb and a very good morale. Should give us a decent chance. With a little bit of luck, guys, we can take the game to PSG and get ourselves in the Champions League final. So we're out of the first highlight, guys, although we're still in the first minute with Cavani bursting down the left. He has got a man in the middle in Pastore who very nearly nods it into the far post. He managed to get above Bailly, which is a bit of a surprise, to be honest. You stand them side by side. There's a total size difference between them, but nonetheless, still 0-0. We are pressing on. Maybe we're going to get an attack here. It's Memphis on the ball now to Mata. Pogba now. Fosu-Mensah. Rashford's in space, but he doesn't do anything with it. Pogba again to Memphis. Memphis has turned. Sirigu turns it round the post. Unfortunately for us, it's Mata with a cross. It's come out to Mensah now. Mensah! Oh, God, he's put it wide. As I say, grabbing the early goal, guys, it's going to make all the difference to us. But we are 20 minutes in. We're edging, I would say. We're edging the game here. It's Bailly to De Gea. De Gea's cleared it, but it's on the went as far as Matuidi now with Cavani playing the ball. Oh my God, you could see it coming. Pastore. Oh God, this job has definitely just got difficult. Pastore has been able to whip through there, beats De Gea to it. Just soon as it went through, you knew what was going to happen. I wouldn't go as far as saying we've got a mountain to climb. There's a lot of time left, but they're attacking again now. Mkhitaryan to Cavani, saved by De Gea, keeps us in the game there. It's Rashford now. Are we going to force a... No, we're not. No, we're just not. Sidibe now to Fosu-Mensah. Mensah to Pogba on the edge. Pogba forces a shot, but it has come out to Cavani. And look at all the space on the other side of the pitch. If Cavani would have played a better ball in there, guys, I think we would have been punished heavily. I really, really do. PSG getting themselves right back into this tie. Sirigu now. Verratti. Matuidi. Pastore. Salah. Out to Pastore. Cavani's lingering in the middle. Off the bar. It's Mkhitaryan now. He's back on the ball. Shaw to Verratti. Verratti's going to have space. He doesn't shoot, though. Back with Mkhitaryan. And it will go out for a PSG throw. That's the end of the highlight. Thank God. We've got it there. No, we don't have it at their end at all. It's Cavani now. Alaba. Schneiderlin to Fosu-Mensah. Rashford was in space, but he come backwards. It's Memphis now. Sirigu was more than a match for Memphis. Shot. Are they going to get themselves an attack? Nope, that's the end of the highlight and hopefully end of the half. We are going to have to do something if we go into the second half, much more like this. Memphis now, I thought that was in. It's just one of those highlights where it pops up with a free kick and you're convinced you're not going to see anything other than the flash, and nothing happened. Disappointing performance, assertively. Far from pleased what I've seen from the team. Fire them all up and hopefully motivate them enough to get out there and grab us a goal, because if we get one, the emphasis will be on PSG to try and grab 2 goals against us, which I'm not sure they can do. They've had enough chances though. It's worrying. Shaw now to Mkhitaryan. Matuida. Verratti. They're getting a lot of the ball now. 45% possession. We're not used to seeing that. We normally dominate teams in the middle. It's Bailly. Back to De Gea. Sidibe. Pogba now. Verratti whips it off him though. We're not used to seeing that. It's diverge. Salah. Salah skins 1, 2. Salah's gonna no. Oh no! Oh jeez! Is that an own goal? Oh, it is. It's an own goal. Oh my lord! What was? Oh my god! If we go out on that, I don't even know. I don't even know. Now Rashford's injured. Jesus wept. Rashford sent off. It's been bottled, guys. It has been absolutely bottled. Schneiderlin's going to have to come off a Blind because he was playing a yellow on his morale. Morale's a big thing for me. We're going to have to crack on like this for a minute, and then we're going to have to try and push for this. If we can get a goal, if we can nick one, we'll go attacking a little bit later. I don't want to change the game too much just yet. We're on the 55th minute this time, but we have absolutely bottled it. Fosu Mensah now. Only got Depay up top, and here comes Mkhitaryan now. To Cavani, off the bar. Oh, God. How's it all gone so wrong so fast? It's Memphis now. To Fosu Mensah. Cross it, Mensah. Memphis loads it. Oh, my God, how did you not score? How did you not score? You had all the time in the world. Matuidi plays it out for another corner. Mata will be taking it. 65th minute. We will look at making changes. As Mata whips it out. Cavani more than enough. It's gone out as far as Sidibe. It's Pogba now. Blind. Blind plays it back to Mata. Mata will cross, but it's cleared by Matuida. Pastore. We are still in possession though. Smalling. That's it. Time to start making some changes. Mato not having a great game at a 6.5. The Fergie way, guys. How much faith did we put in the kid? Gribbin. He's got a cracking free kick if we can get something at that end of the pitch. Mata's having his stink. Depay's having his stink. We'll do it. Caution to the wind, guys. Martial on for Memphis, who's had a couple of good chances. Callum Gribbin in for Juan Mata, who's had a screamer of a season, but we just need to try and go for it now. I am going to push us to attack as well. And I'm also going to give the guys an assertive demand more. It's Pastore now to Mkhitaryan. Still Mkhitaryan though. Matuida. Pastore to Cavani. If that would have went in, that would have been it. Gone. Done. Dusted. De Gea has kept us in the Champions League at the moment. As Verratti, well played, De Gea, collects the ball calmly, hunts it forward to fucking nobody. What are you doing? It's Gribbin now with a cross. Alaba loses out to Pastore. Gribbin. Pastore takes the ball again. They're going to counter us. Mkhitaryan, don't do it, Mkhitaryan. Don't do it, Mkhitaryan. No, that's it. We're done. We are done. Right, we've got to do something. We're just watching. Mkhitaryan whips it across. And the Polish lad, Kryausiak, I forget how to pronounce it. I'm that pissed off at the minute. Right, just pause the game a second. I'm not an overload person. I very rarely see overload work. However, there is possibly a couple of changes we can make to try. And I mean, we've not been in this position before. Massively important game. Massively important game. We've already made all our subs for a start, so there's not a right lot we can do in that regard. We can, however, we need to do something. I'm not going to put Pogba up top, but I can put him as an attack midfielder. We'll bring Blind in across here. We need to put him on attack. Attack, advanced playmaker, attack, trequartista, attack. We're going to put the wing backs to attack also. So it's balls out. It's all or nothing. You know, we've just got to go for it. I'm absolutely raging. The thing is as well, whoever would have got in the final, I'm confident we could have beat them. That's what we'll do as well. We'll just go to the instructions, and we want to now not go route one, but we want to go more direct with a higher tempo, be more expressive, try and give them a little bit of a chance, and then we don't have the highest man, so we're not going to hit any early crosses. We'll look for an overlap. And hopefully, guys, we can maybe salvage it. But I'll be honest, having Rashford sent off has absolutely killed it. It really has. Losing the man has been... I've played with two strikers all series, from the first season, second season. It's going to be over. Pogba on the edge of the area now. Still got a little bit of a minute and a half. I don't think we're going to get to... No, Jesus Christ. Sirigu out to Salah, Pastore, Mkhitaryan, Aurier, Salah, to Jonas, offside. 15 seconds, guys, until we go out of the Champions League. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Far from pleased over the two legs. Everyone looks fired up. Callum Gribbin looks stressed. I don't care, assertively. Not happy with your performance tonight. Rashford, unbelievably getting sent off. I don't know what to say, guys. With the season we've had, massively unexpected. Really, really unexpected. So, a bit of an anticlimactic season, that's for sure. So just confirmation, we have gone out in the semi-finals. Absolutely gutted. Daley Blind's picked up an injury, can go and see the club doctor. Not going to say about the press conference. We did receive a little bit of Wonga for it, which is, well, whatever. You got dismissed in a very important game. You're getting fined. I don't care what you have to say about it. He'll probably bitch. No, he took it. Gribbin reveals Fiore. Rashford accepts fine. And yeah, that's that, guys. So, one thing it does indicate is... I really want to win the Champions League so we can continue this series on. Bang it in the comments. Do we carry on? Do we try and win the Champions League? That's what I had in mind based on the comments in the previous videos, was should we carry on? And I'm now thinking we absolutely should, because to get to the semi-final of the Champions League and go out in that fashion with the form we were in, I just want to win that trophy. I want to win that, so that's the way we'll look at it. So we'll go take a look at the schedule, see what we'll do in the next episode. The only real climax of the season now being the FA Cup final, but we'll take a look. So there we go then, guys. Looking at the schedule, we've got Arsenal in the final game of the season, and we've got the FA Cup final. But I think we've watched a hell of a lot of the time we've played Arsenal. I mean, we've seen so many of them. So the final game of this season, and by season I mean on YouTube, this series, not the series, will continue on. We want to win the Champions League, sod it. Decision made, we're carrying on. So there will be a season 3 of the Fergie way, because we want the Champions League. I've got some ideas now. I've got a budget. A couple of players as the season's wore on has made me maybe question their place in the team. And there's probably going to be changes. We've got a decent transfer budget, so we can crack on and get into another season. But for this season, next episode 42, will be the final episode of the season. We might do a little bit of an end of season review, but it will be against Stoke, FA Cup final, where we can hopefully get a trophy. I'm confident that we can. The question's going to be how low the players' heads are hanging after that sucker punch by PSG, because I know mine's hanging quite low at the minute. So on that note, guys, if you did enjoy this episode, hopefully, a little bit more than I did, do hit the like button, guys. If you're new around here, hit the sub button. I hope to see you in the next episode. I've been Teach FM, and I'll catch you later. See you in a bit.